Now we know about the really understanding about the Docker and how it is, or container per se, and how it is different from VM, and we know how it works, and also we know how it file system works. Now today we are going to explore and see how really this communicate with the OS, especially when it comes to the CPU and memory. Okay? This is very confusable. When you understand this, you will start to think, okay, can we do this, can we do that, right? So if you have questions you can ask, but let's explore and see how this really works. There are few things we need to understand first. Number one, container does not own or control CPUs, right? It does not own CPUs or the memory per se, right? So that is first thing we need to understand. The second one, so this is managed by the kernel, right? There are two things we come across when we discuss this. One is a process, and other one is a task, right? One is a process and other one is a task, right? As far as kernel concerned, these two almost same, because whenever you start something, it gets something called task struct, which has information about the task to run, right? So a process and task, the main difference is process run on its own space, right? Remember we discussed in a previous session, process create. So when you start the Docker, start the container, what it does is it do fork and exec, right? So process, it create the process, right? PID 1 it as far as container concerned, and some different PID as far as the host concerned. Now the process run on a separate space, it has its own space, whereas task can share the space. Okay, so as far as kernel concerns, you have something called PID, we know that now, and there is something called TID, right? And there is something called TGID, task group ID. Okay, task group ID is the main thread's process ID, right? So if you get a task, if you see which group it belongs to, you can figure out what is the process this is on, right? Let's go for example. You have a Java is easy to explain this. So you have a Java container, right? And then you have the main thread, right? You have the main thread, right? So let's say main thread is 7530. Okay, this is a PID 7530. Now it has a, let's say, GC thread, right? So GC thread TID is, let's say, 8520. TGID is what? 7530. Okay, let's say compile thread. Just assume, don't go with this exact name, right? 9741. TGID 7530. Right? So that means task group means it's grouping all the tasks which is running inside this process. Okay? So task and process are different, but as far as kernel concerned, it's almost similar, not the exact similar, because they both get the task struct, right, in the instructions and everything about the task. And then, however, you can see now this task can share the process, but process is independent, right? Process is independent, but task can share. Understand? So this is the fundamental basis. So we are going to discuss about the CPU memory allocation and some different concept of CPU slicing, right? So I'm going to repeat this. So you need to map this when I talk about this, okay? Because I'm saying, okay, 200% CPU. So now you say, okay, how come I have 200% CPU? Because CPU, I mean, you play the full CPU has to be 100%. How it go 200%? Okay, in order to get that, you need to get this picture. Now we have something called CFS, right? CFS stands for completely fair scheduler, right? Completely fair scheduler. Okay. So if you get a particular CPU has its own queue. It's called run queue. Right? It has its own queue, right? So what it does is, all the threads are waiting for this one, get a slot from the CPU based on its called runtime. It's called virtual runtime, right? So it create a wait. Let's say this is a virtual runtime is high, based on, that's why I call it a fairness. Okay, right? So let's say if someone is need like 500, I'm not specifying the measurement now, right? Let's say some sort of result 500, right? So this one need 100, right? So now she will get, if it is a fair basis, she will get 5 times compared to the first one. First one will get 1 time, she get 5 times. That's called fairness. Don't exactly map as it is, right? You understand what I'm saying? Let's say go in second basis. You need 500 milliseconds to do something. She only need 100 milliseconds. You both are in the queue, right? So when you get 1 time, she get 5 times. That's called weighted, right? So that is called fairness, right? That's why it's a completely fair scheduler. Okay, so that is how it works. So you have a run queue. So run queue, you need to put the each threads where you are waiting for this one, right? When you say the thread, it's a task, right? Remember, each task, how it does is, it sees based on its fairness, is the runtime, virtual runtime. It calculates it and give the slots what is coming from here. Okay, that is called CFS.